Please tell us where you are and
Okay.
introduce yourself and your story.
Sure. Hi, I am Uma. I am based out of Chennai, India, the southern part of India, where Eric lives, the same city. And today's story is, okay, you hear the story. Let me start. Dharani Mandala. Are you able to hear me first?
Yes, yes.
All right. Dharani Mandala Madhyadolage Yutiha Karnatadeshadi Iruvakalinganemba Gollana Padiyanuntu Kelvanu Satyave Bhagavantanemba Punya Kotiya Kataidu. This is the story of Punyakoti, the cow. In the glorious land of Karnataka, there lived a cowherd called Kalinga. Kalinga had various cows and calves. Each cow had a beautiful name: Ganga, Gauri, Tungabhadra, and Punyakoti. Punyakoti was the leader of the gang. Kalinga used to take all his cows to graze in the nearby land with a lot of mango trees. There was a dense forest nearby, and in the forest, there was a tiger named Adbhuta. One day, the cows were grazing as usual. Punyakoti was joyfully grazing, thinking that I will feed my calf well today. I have eaten my fill. Suddenly, they heard a huge shrieking noise. It was the growl of the hungry tiger. Before they could grasp the situation, the tiger jumped with such a force. All the cows were frightened and ran helter-skelter. Punyakoti wanted to run back home to her calf, who was waiting for her. I have found my food today, said the cruel tiger as he blocked Punyakoti's way. I am going to kill you and eat you right now, said the merciless tiger. Calm and composed Punyakoti said, I have a request. I have a calf who's waiting for me to feed him. I will just go feed him and come back. One last time. Are you kidding me? I have found you when I'm hungry. And if I leave you now, you'll escape. Why will you ever come back, you liar? I'm not going to let you go, said the ferocious tiger. If I'm not true to my words, even the supreme God will not approve. Trust me, I will come back. One last time, I give my word to you, said Punyakoti. Punyakoti ran to the barn to see her calf. She fed the calf with enough milk. She called the other cows and said, I have promised to go back to the tiger as his food. I am leaving my calf in your care. Please take care of him. If he crosses your way, please don't attack him with your horns or kick him with your hoofs. Look after my child like your own. She hugged her calf and walked her way to the cave of death where the tiger was waiting. I am back, O tiger. Take my parts, take my meat, take the hot blood from my heart. Eat them and be happy, said Punyakoti. The tiger was shocked. She is so true to her words. She has left her child and come back to satisfy my hunger, to relieve me of my suffering. That moment, his pain, his anger, his hunger was healed by the truthfulness and compassion of Punyakoti. If I kill and eat this cow, even the Supreme Lord will not approve. He said, what will I gain by killing you, O kind one? And jumped off the cliff. He was liberated. This is a folk story told in the form of song in Karnataka even today. truthfulness, kindness, courage, and compassion are being taught to the children by the elders in the form of a song. This is sung even today during the harvest festival of Shankaranti in January every year. In life, we encounter many different experiences. Some are joyful and uplifting, and others are painful and challenging. When we encounter joy, there is a yearning to have it last forever. But when there is pain, our first reaction is to avoid, ignore, or push away the pain. When we react to the joy or pain in any form of resistance or clinging to joy or pushing away or ignoring pain, we suffer. Our deepest need when we are in pain is compassion. This is what helps us heal. As the Dalai Lama says, it is not a luxury, it is a necessity. This turning towards the pain with an open heart and an intention to heal is what helps us to live life fully. What helps us walk through our suffering and the suffering of others is to become aware of when we are reacting to pain and learn to transform this reaction into a compassionate and caring response, like what Punya Koti did. May your heart be filled with compassion. May you be freed from all the suffering. Have a wonderful day. That was my story.
Thank you very much. So the animal gave up its life?
Yes, his pain was healed, his suffering was healed. He gave up his life. Punyakoti went back to her calf. Because of her kindness and compassion, she was able to transform a tiger, a ferocious tiger, who was in pain, who was suffering from hunger, who was suffering from anger.
So she gave her own flesh for the tiger to eat. So that's self-sacrifice. She's sacrificing herself.
No, the tiger jumped off the cliff.
Oh, the tiger. The
Yes.
tiger jumped off the cliff.
Yes. The tiger, seeing her kindness and truthfulness, she is so compassionate. She has come back. Nobody will ever come back to sacrifice themselves. This cow has come back. He realized the self-sacrifice the cow was up to. He realized what a compassionate creature this is. She has come back to feed my hunger. That moment, his pain was healed. He was healed of his anger. He was healed of his suffering. He was healed of the hunger. He realized if I'm going to be violent or cruel to this cow, even the Lord will not pardon me. Realizing that, he jumped off the cliff. He gave up his life. And this is a folk story which is sung in.
I'm a little sad about it because, animals, some animals, they're created in such a way they can only live by eating other animals. It's not their fault.
That is the law of nature, right? But this cow, through her actions, she has transformed the tiger. The tiger was liberated.
Okay.
I personally love that aspect, though, that the tiger had his nature and she had her nature, but she didn't reside in the fear. She resided in the truth and her word. And even though she could have gotten all those cows with the horns and they could have gone and tried to stampede that, it was that faith or the courage of the faith. And I think that's how you transform humanity. The tiger is humanity, and we're all messed up and we're angry and we want to hurt somebody because we're hurting. But because she was willing to say, hey, here I am. I kept my word. You just let me help my child. I appreciate that. Like there's just such a, it's like this huge paradigm shift. You change people not by doing something to them, but by being who you really are. And that is just transformative. And it's a lovely story. I mean, I know that this is all symbolism, so I didn't really see the tiger go off the cliff and die. Okay, what I saw is a spirit being relieved of its suffering and being released from it. So
I also liked the one aspect I look at tiger jumping off the cliff is to say that going with the Hindu religious thing, it doesn't want rebirth. It's liberated. It doesn't want to be born as a tiger again, or doesn't want to born in this earth. So it wants to get liberated, and it got liberated through the cow. When it saw the cow is ready to sacrifice its own life for the other person. What else can more be? I don't want anything, so it's just getting liberated. Thank you.
Very good. Okay.
Shall I share PowerPoint?
Yes, somebody wanted to say something?
Yes, the story is good, very good. And the best part of it, the cow is very truthful. Before going back to the tiger, she gives all instructions to the child, cow, right? Don't go here and there for the food. There are cruel animals. They may come and kill you. All necessary instructions will be given. You take our cousin will be there, our neighbor will be there. They will take care of you. Don't go here and there. Many cruel animals are there nearby the forest. Such a truthful animal gives all instructions and promises the tiger also, I will come back. I'll feed my calf and come back. So this kind of truthfulness is very rare, and it impacts the people who listens. Nice. Thank you for sharing nice story.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, Bruce Kirchhoff, you have arrived.
I have this down on my calendar for tomorrow night.
Okay, but here you
And so-
are. I think maybe when is your workshop?
Next weekend.
Next weekend. But anyway, I'm glad you happened to, did you see my email that I just sent?
I did. That's why I jumped in.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So Catherine, I'm sure will not be here because she also has it on her calendar for tomorrow.
And you
I checked
couldn't.
this. I've
yeah.
checked this 3 or 4 times. I'm really sorry. I don't make mistakes like this usually, but here I am.
Well, maybe I made a mistake, who knows? But anyway, I'm glad you're here, but you were planning to tell a story with Catherine. Can you tell it alone, or can you tell another story?
So we are improvisational. You see, I'm not ready for this at all. Storytellers. So we were going to do an improvised story, and I have done improvised stories also on my own. I see if I'm in how this goes. Would you like a personal story or a fanciful story? That's the first question.